Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Preston Endress. A snow squall caused an 8-car pileup around 6 o'clock a.m. on Route 81 South between the Route 93 exit in West Hazelton and the 309 McAdoo/Tamaqua exit. The Luzerne County Coroner has confirmed that there is at least one person that has died. Traffic was reported on both the north and southbound lanes. As of 9:45 a.m., I-81 South was still closed from the I-80/I-81 split to exit 143 in Hazelton. According to the West Hazelton Fire Department, multiple people were taken to the hospital, including a man who was thrown from the road down an embankment. Authorities say that a homicide investigation is underway after a shooting from Sunday night. Police in Newport Township were called to the 200 block of West Main Street for a reported incident. When the police arrived at the scene, they found a 20-year-old woman that suffered a gunshot wound, and they said she was clearly deceased. A 16-year-old was in the room with the victim and was taken in for questioning. Investigators obtained video surveillance that showed a possible suspect running from the area of the home towards the woods not too far away, where police believe they got rid of the gun. Police later found a Taurus G3C in the area where the suspect fled. At this time, the name of the 20-year-old victim has not been released, and there is no official suspect that has been identified. A Hazelton man has been convicted of rape going back to an incident in 2019. Now, 36-year-old Elias Francois Dominguez has been convicted of charges of rape of a child, corruption of a minor, and indecent assault following a 3-day trial in front of Judge Michael T. Vo. On February 1, 2019, Dominguez raped an 11-year-old child and turned himself in to the Hazelton City Police Department on October 4, 2019, after a warrant was obtained for his arrest. Prosecutors say that the victim had told a classmate that she had been sexually assaulted, and the classmate told the teacher, who filed a report to the Childline Abuse Tip Line. Dominguez is scheduled to be sentenced on April 2nd. Pennsylvania State Police in Frackville are investigating a shooting in Ashland from Friday. Troopers responded to a call at 812 Pine Street in Ashland for a death investigation. Upon arriving at the scene, they determined that there had been arguments between the two residents, Emerson Beecham and Daniel Dugan. According to PSP, Beecham shot Dugan with a shotgun, killing him, and then turned it on himself and took his own life. Troopers confirmed the incident was isolated and there is no threat to the public. A woman is facing charges related to an incident that occurred on Saturday, November 15th. The Bloomsburg police responded to a report of a domestic dispute in the area of East 7th Street. Upon arrival, they found a male victim exiting the residence with a lump over his eye, abrasions on his body, and he was bleeding from his mouth. Officers approached the female resident, identified as L'Oreal Harry. When asked to identify herself, she refused to cooperate and yelled obscenities. While attempting to take Harry into custody, she kicked a police officer several times while resisting arrest. She was taken into custody and was arraigned on charges of aggravated assault, simple assault, resisting arrest, and disorderly conduct. Coming up on WYLN News, a local high school sports team gives back to a good cause. Plus, a local store owner is donating meals for Thanksgiving. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by Lehigh Valley Health Network, part of Jefferson Health. With LVHN Same Day, Next Day Cancer Care, you can get a video visit with a clinician within 48 hours following a cancer diagnosis. Learn more at lvhn.org/cancercare.
My name is Maya, and I am 8 years old, and tomorrow the weather will be partly cloudy.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
When emergency strikes, trust your care to the all-new ER at Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton. With a facility that's now twice the size. Experienced nurses who see you right away. A quick assessment process makes sure you get the care you need. Advanced technology on site. Safe, private treatment rooms, and a peace of mind that only this level of care can bring. When it matters most, trust your partner in emergency care. Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Cheers Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in at 610 North Broad Street in West Hazleton, 570-454-7229. Cheers is proud to be celebrating 70 years in business.
Something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers. But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Watch Solo Spaceman on WYLN Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 7, and Sundays at 4:30. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
This week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, if you know of anybody that's addicted to anything, Grace Ann is a specialist to give you some clarity, to change their life and your life. So please, watch this week's show.
Welcome back to Wyln News. Firefighters were called early Sunday morning to a scrapyard in Luzerne County for flames and smoke shooting in the air. The Larksville Fire Department was called to James Tabbitt and Sons Scrap Metal and Auto Parts on Washington Avenue in Plymouth around 6 o'clock a.m. At this time, there is no word on what caused the early morning fire or the extent of the damage. Players on the Weatherly Area High School girls volleyball team were not only assisting on the court, but off as well. The team raised $500 for the Wig Boutique at the Topper Cancer Center of the Lehigh Valley Health Network in Hazleton. Community Relations Coordinator Lisa Marie for the Lehigh Valley in Hazleton said that she never thought about the number of people who would be served at the boutique. Lisa also said that she wants the girls to be recognized for their generosity and for thinking of others. Since the boutique opened, 34 women have accepted wigs, and Lisa Marie said that the main goal is to help as many people as possible. Thanksgiving is around the corner, and one store owner is giving back to the community. Bill Parisi of Builders District shared an idea with his girlfriend about doing a Thanksgiving for 12. Him and his girlfriend Lisa Mraz posted a request for donations on social media where the community gathered bringing fixings for a Thanksgiving feast to the store. Donations include pumpkin pie filling, corn, green beans, cranberry sauce, gravy mix, cornbread, pie crusts, and instant mashed potatoes. While the couple have collected food at Thanksgiving 4 or 5 times before, this year's donations exceeded their expectations. They received enough food and cash to distribute dinners to 30 families. One Hazleton mom received her Thanksgiving meal early because she ran out of food after SNAP benefits stopped 2 weeks before receiving her next paycheck. Parisi said that this is an amazing feeling to be able to do this for the community. We have an update on last week's story. On Thursday morning around 4:30 a.m., police were alerted to several flock gun shot notifications and later a gunshot victim on the area of East Beach Street and South Poplar Street. Police found a 15-year-old boy sitting inside the home with a gunshot wound to his left thigh. Police provided aid before sending the teen to the hospital where, according to court records, he was also shot in the right thigh and was suffering a fractured femur. The teen victim told officers that 16-year-old Alain Urena shot him after the two met at a church parking lot to discuss about no longer being friends, where Urena shot the victim in the legs. Urena has been charged with aggravated assault and firearms not to be carried without a license. As the government resumes operations after a prolonged shutdown, SNAP benefits are being reinstated, but unfortunately, card fraud is also making a comeback. Police are currently investigating 6 cases of fraud involving stolen EBT benefits in the Wilkes-Barre area. Police have determined that the unauthorized transactions have occurred at multiple businesses located outside of Wilkes-Barre, particularly in New York City and Philadelphia. Anyone with information is asked to call the police. Coming up on West Hazelton's News Choice, we check in with Luzerne County Manager Armilda Crocomo on Crocomo's County Report. Plus, Wyln historian Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Lewisburg Part 1. And stay right here on Wyln. We'll be right back.
You will love the feel-good feeling you get when you shop at Grand Central in Nescopeck and Hazelton. You will enjoy a no-pressure professional sales staff, experienced delivery crew, service after the sale,
and don't forget, everyday low prices.
No matter what you're shopping for in your home, we have you covered with top brand names like Flex Steel, Lazy Boy England, and Dillon Custom Rugs.
With our enormous selection and the flexibility to finance interest-free for up to 60 months, Grand Central makes it easy to make your house a home.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Pete Casalika in the greater Hazelton area today.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on Wyln TV 35. Attention WYLN viewers, WYLN TV can now be seen on the Hazelton Service Electric Cablevision HD tier, channel 507, and over the air at 35.1. WYLN, we're your local network.
Hi, welcome to Crocomo's County Report. I'm the host today, Preston Andrews, and here with me is my good friend Armilda Crocomo. How are you today, Armilda?
I'm very well. How are you?
Pretty good. So, from what's been going on recently, I'd say we had quite the election, have we?
We did. We just had an election. We had a higher turnout than expected, 38%. It could be higher. More people should come out to vote for municipal elections, but it was a higher turnout than expected. It was another successful election, and we have some new individuals who will be taking positions on the county level. We have a new judge, we have a new controller, and we have 4 new council members. So it was a very enthusiastic election.
And is there more to elaborate on what's going on currently and who's doing what?
Well, this is the last year that we're using the electronic ballot devices. Next year we'll be just having paper ballots that you fill in the ovals, and then you put it in a scanner. You'll get a slip that your vote was taken, and then of course they have to be processed at the Bureau. It's going to be a lot easier for our poll workers and our judges, less set up than we have with the electronic ballot marking devices. And of course, you know, we will have the paper ballots that we will have stored and that we can look to if there's an issue that comes up. So we're hoping that at least at the beginning, when the polls are open, there's always some challenges, that will be reduced, and it will be a lot smoother and a better experience for the voters.
Yeah, with with the way of doing it full-blown electronically, it's there's bound to be a problem to occur. But with handwritten, there's less of a chance to go wrong with that.
Right, and if something, with the ballot, there might be a smudge, or you go outside the oval, then what will happen is the board will review those ballots. So there always are redundancies, and there's always Plan Bs, Plan Cs, and even Plan Ds when it comes to elections to make sure that people vote. And so we had a very good election, and I want to congratulate all the candidates who ran. It's a really, really daunting task, especially countywide, because we have a very large county. So I want to congratulate and thank everybody who ran, and I look forward to working with all the new elected officials on the county level and on the municipalities.
And with that said, I really hope that we have a positive future with what we got. We voted for it, now we work with it.
Right, right, and we will.
Yeah. And so is there anything else that has been going on? And has the office life been fine so far?
Right. We're doing other things. We're still processing the budget and having budget hearings. And we will be lighting the tree, which will be December 4th at 5 p.m. At the county courthouse. And we're very excited about that. We'll keep you posted as to the entertainment for the evening. There will be a special visit from Santa Claus.
Oh yes, this is what I look forward to
Absolutely,
every year.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Christmas tree and Santa. Yay!
Doesn't get any better and cookies.
Oh, okay. Okay, we got all the basics down, and it's going to be a great time. I just know it. Just thinking ahead here, it just will be.
Take a ride up. It'll be a wonderful evening.
Okay, so I guess that's good enough for today, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, great. I guess that will do well for this week's Crook Most County Report. We'll be talking about some further things next time.
For a better customer experience, visit Fairway Subaru in Hazleton. Fairway Subaru has been providing generations of customers with Subarus. With exceptional customer service they've come to expect. Check out our selection in person or at fairwaysubaru.com. Fairway Subaru, the right car, the right price, the right dealer.
It's cold out there. Call S.J. Kowalski for the best products and solutions to help lower your energy costs and keep your family safe and comfortable this winter. Our professional team has unparalleled experience with all the latest innovative types of heating systems. We're a Lennox Premier dealer, installing high-quality equipment, providing the ultimate experience in comfort and climate control while being energy efficient. S.J. Kowalski, heating and cooling the way the earth intended.
Something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers. But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Solo Spaceman. Watch Solo Spaceman on WYLN Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 7, and Sundays at 4:30.
WYLN TV 35 is expanding and is on the hunt for a dynamic salesperson to join our vibrant team. If you've got the passion and the drive, we want to hear from you. Send your resume to the email displayed on your screen. Don't miss this great opportunity.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
Hello, I'm Wyln historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.
Hi, my name is Maya, and I am 8 years old, and tomorrow the weather will be partly cloudy.
One of the earliest settlers on the west branch of the central Susquehanna Valley was Ludwig Durr, who arrived in the area in the 1760s and purchased land from the Penn family. Durr befriended the local Native Americans during his time as a settler, and as such his property was not touched when the natives occasionally destroyed other settlers dwelling in the Susquehanna Valley. Following the Revolution, Durr saw the benefits of laying out a town by the river. In 1784, he worked with fellow local settler Samuel Weiser to sell lots via lottery. Durr went to Philadelphia in October 1785 to sell more lots, but he died in the city before he could return. When a town did arise on his properties, however, it would be named in his honor, first as Durrstown, and then upon its incorporation on March 13, 1812, as Louisburg by anglicizing Ludwig to Louis. It was originally spelled with an H at the end, which would be dropped from the end of the borough's name in 1893. The new community would reach out to the wider world through new roads that would soon be built out from it. The Tulpehocken Road stretched south from the community towards more built-up sections of the state. In 1828, the Durrstown-Youngmanstown Turnpike Company was chartered. Its purpose would be to build a toll road west from Louisburg to Mifflinburg, then known as Youngmanstown. Tolls began to be collected on the road's single toll gate in March 1830. Among its fees for usage were 3 cents for a single horse and rider, 6 cents for two-wheeled horse-drawn carts, 20 cents for four-wheel wagons driven by 4 horses, and for sleds, 2 cents for each horse attached. 3 additional toll gates were at, 2 near Louisburg and 1 near Mifflinburg. Friction occasionally rose up from drivers who did not approve of the rates, and the sometimes lackluster maintenance on the road as well. And at times they would either drive around the toll gate or break through them. The turnpike continued operations until it was condemned in 1903. The toll gates were removed by 1906 and became a free public road. Route 45 follows the turnpike's course today, with some stretches still labeled Old Turnpike Road. By 1830, the canal craze had hit the United States, and the central Susquehanna Valley hoped to cash in on a canal as well. Louisburg's hopes were dashed, however, when it was determined that putting a canal in the Susquehanna's east bank rather than the west would save $300,000. Thus it would be Northumberland, situated at the junction of the North and West Branch Canals, that would reap the benefits of the waterways. Louisburg residents, however, refused to give up their dreams of a canal. Many prominent residents petitioned the state for a crosscut canal to be dug to serve the community. A survey of Louisburg by Francis Rawle, who had overseen the building of the canal on the opposite side of the river, concluded that a crosscut could in fact be built for just over $25,000. A motion was put in place in a bill in the Pennsylvania House to build such a crosscut. It would be removed and reinstated from the bill multiple times in both the House and Senate, but it wasn't the final bill that was signed by Governor George Wolfe on March 21, 1831. Delighted Louisburg residents celebrated the bill's passage with cannon fire. It then took 2 years to build the crosscut, which connected to the mainline canal via a pool behind a slackwater dam in the river. The new canal branch stretched roughly 5/8 of a mile into downtown Louisburg, rose 21 feet in elevation through 3 locks. It opened for operation October 26, 1833, and proved a major boon to Louisburg, whose businesses grew rapidly with access to the main canal now available. For the many travelers passing through Louisburg on both land and water, lodging was of course needed. Several hotels would spring up in Louisburg to serve travelers. One would be the Louisburg Hotel, which opened on Main Street in 1834, first under the name Klein Hotel and then Louisburger Hotel. It would be renamed to the Cameron Hotel after its purchase by William Cameron in 1874. Among the more famous guests to spend at least one night in its rooms over the years included Marian Anderson, Walt Whitman, Jim Thorpe, and John McGraw. In addition, It is believed that every Pennsylvania governor from George Wolfe in 1831 to William Stone in 1901 also stopped by as well. The hotel closed in 1993, but would be reopened in 1997 following extensive renovations. Once more known as the Lewisburg Hotel, it continues to serve travelers today, presenting them with a taste of the Victorian era in modern times. Another notable Lewisburg hotel got its start alongside the Susquehanna as a tavern in the late 1790s. Built as a log cabin by original owner John Pollock, it was expanded to serve as an inn by subsequent owner Andrew Shearer. It grew to a full-fledged hotel upon the opening of the Crosscut Canal, first known as the Washington House, then the Spread Eagle House, and then the American House Hotel. The property would be purchased by George Kelly in 1892. He would subdivide the hotel into 3 separate houses and rent them out as apartments. 2 of them would come to be owned by Menora and Joel Kelly, who moved into the property around 1900. When they died in 1935 and 1936 respectively, their daughter Edith and her husband John Featherston, a New York civil engineer, purchased the property and reconnected it into a single building again. They named the reunited building Packwood, after the Featherstons' ancestral property in England. Edith was an antique collector on the side, and over the years she filled all of Packwood's rooms with scores of antiques. Upon Edith's death in 1972, a trust was established in her will to open the house as a museum. The Packwood House Museum would indeed open in 1976, and for over 4 decades would showcase the former hotel's architecture, as well as the Featherstons' large collection of ceramics, textiles, and furniture, among other treasures. Higher education made its way to Lewisburg in the 1840s, courtesy of several members of White Deer Valley Baptist Church, who felt it would be good for the central Susquehanna Valley to have a literary institution to serve the educational needs of young men and women. A charter was granted for such an institution in the state legislature on February 5, 1846, with the stipulation that $100,000 be raised before it would be granted full corporate status. More than 4,000 donors pitched in to make this a reality, and the first classes of what were initially called Lewisburg High School were held in the basement of the community's First Baptist Church in late 1846. The first commencement was held at the Lewisburg Hotel on August 20, 1851. Future President James Buchanan, an early university trustee, was in attendance, as was U.S. Senator and future Secretary of War Simon Cameron. By then, the institution was known as the University of Lewisburg. It had also during this time become a stop for escaped slaves in the Underground Railroad, largely due to the efforts of Professor George Bliss, who hid runaways in a carriage bar on the campus. He would be aided by original university president Howard Malcolm and fellow Professor Thomas Curtis. One escaped slave, Charles R. Bell, returned to the university in 1867 and stayed there as a janitor for the next 40 years. By 1881, though, the university was in serious financial difficulty. Help came from a charter member of the Board of Trustees, William Bucknell. Bucknell made a fortune in real estate and railroads in the Philadelphia area. After his passing in 1890, his third wife, Emma Ward Bucknell, would survive the Titanic sinking in 1912. When contacted by university board members, William Bucknell forwarded $5,000 to stabilize the institution. In gratitude, the school renamed itself Bucknell University in his honor in 1886. It expanded rapidly in the decades that followed, including opening Bucknell Junior College in Wilkes-Barre in 1833, which later became Wilkes University. Bucknell remains a major collegiate establishment today. Among its notable alumni include Hall of Fame pitcher Christy Mathewson, novelist Philip Roth, and actor Edward Herman.
My name is Maya, and I am 8 years old, and tomorrow the weather will be partly cloudy.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.